thought I was out, he pulls me back in. That's right, Michael B The Game Genie did another Top 3 Tuesday, and I just couldn't resist. So this time, it's the top 3 import games. So, right off the bat, I can't do this list without mentioning Sweet Home. Now, I have the feeling that a lot of people are going to select Sweet Home, so I'm not going to count it as one of my 3, even though it probably is my top pick. But like I said, I just have the feeling other people are going to cover it. I'll let them do it. But excellent, excellent game on the Famicom. Instead, I'm going to go with Gradius II.
As a kid, I had assumed that Life Force was the sequel to Gradius until I had seen Gradius II for the Famicom displayed in either Nintendo Power or Electronic Gaming Monthly. I don't remember which. What I do remember though is that Gradius II looked amazing, and I was really bummed that Konami had no intention on bringing it over here to the States. As much of an improvement Life Force was over the original Gradius, the same could be said for Gradius II when compared to Life Force. The graphics are simply amazing for a 1988 title. And do I really need to mention the music? It's vintage Konami. There are even voices announcing your selected power-ups in this one.
Force field.
But the caveat here is the difficulty. You've heard the term NES hard, right? Please! Gradius 2 will make grown men weep. It is simply brutal. The Big Viper has to be heavily powered up if you expect even a snowball's chance in hell to survive. It can be downright cheap, too. Take this boss, for instance. If you have anything less than 4 speed power-ups equipped, you're not gonna make it. So if you die, just go ahead and turn it off. But damn is this game impressive. It looks and sounds completely gorgeous, and for shooter fans, and especially fans of the series, Gradius 2 is a must-own.
So the next game on my list is one of my all-time favorite beat-em-ups, and for some reason, it never got released outside of Japan. Double Dragon 2 on the Mega Drive.
I'm a huge Double Dragon fan, and the arcade original is one of my all-time favorite arcade games. So is its sequel, which in 1991 was ported to the Mega Drive exclusively in Japan. Now, it's very puzzling that this version was never released in the US, seeing as both the original and the Rosetta Stone were both ported to the Genesis. Maybe it's because it has some issues with it. Double Dragon 2 is a pretty faithful port of the arcade, even including 2-player simultaneous play, which is a staple within the series. The graphics, while not great, still get the job done resembling the arcade original, and the music is excellent. Unfortunately, the game is plagued with atrocious slowdown, bogging down the entire experience with sloth-like, wading through mud movements, which really takes the wind out of the sails for this classic beat-em-up. So why do I like it?
Are you some kind of moron?
For one, I'm a sucker for the Double Dragon series, and 2, it's a port of the arcade original, unlike the NES version. I don't emulate games on my computer, so this is as close to the arcade original as I was gonna get, although the arcade version is now available for download on the PS4. As much as I like this game, it's definitely not for everybody. In fact, I would only recommend it to Double Dragon diehards, but for me, this is one of my go-to games. When I've been out partying and I come home so inebriated that it's some kind of divine intervention that even allows me to turn the TV on, this is a game I can always count on. As long as I keep one eye closed. Double Dragon 2 on the Mega Drive is simply awesome with the rose-colored beer goggles on.
So the final game on my list is one that I'm actually still playing. I haven't finished it yet, but boy, am I loving it. Tales of Phantasia.
Released for the Super Famicom in December 1995, Tales of Phantasia takes advantage of just about every component that Nintendo's 16-bit machine had to offer. This JRPG has incredible visuals, arguably better than those of Final Fantasy VI. While I don't necessarily care for the cherub-like aesthetic of the characters, which for me makes it sometimes difficult to discern one person from another, or even their gender for that matter, the story and gameplay more than makes up for it with a unique battle mechanic called the Linear Motion Battle System. While controlling the main protagonist during battle, your allies follow preset paradigms which best utilize each character's attributes on the road to victory. You attack enemies by entering commands based off of your position within the battlefield. New commands are learned throughout the game, and discovering which of these are the most effective against certain enemies is all part of the fun. It's almost like an RPG fighting game hybrid. And the sound in the game is simply fantastic. Who would have ever thought that the Super Famicom could do this? Tales of Phantasia was eventually released in English for the Game Boy Advance in 2006, and I don't know how the translation is in that version, but I'm playing my copy through the Retron 5 using a translation patch, and the fan translation for it is nothing short of astounding. Even better than the official translations for RPGs that did find their way to the US. The humor and adult situations throughout the game are hilarious, and adds a bit of charisma to a game akin to the likes of nothing we would ever see for a North American Super Nintendo release. Highly recommended for RPG fans.
Alright, so there you go. I don't have the largest import collection, but these are 3 solid games. Not necessarily my top 3, but 3 imports that I love to play and are worth checking out. So, what are your 3? What are 3 import games that you love to play, or what are your top 3 favorite? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. You can also feel free to leave a video response if you want to drop the link down here in the comments. But you can just type them out in the comments as well too. I love reading those. I love to see what other people like. So please share them. So once again, thanks a lot to Michael B The Game Genie. This was a great topic for Top 3 Tuesday. I'm curious to see what he has in store for us. Hopefully the next few aren't very interesting, so I can actually get some work done on my videos. But I have a lot of fun with these, so what the hell? You know, it's all in good fun. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all watching this. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later.